Oh, it's that topic, isn't it? The one we often keep tucked away, the thing we're almost too shy or too ashamed to bring up, even with our closest friends. But let me begin by saying something simple and true. What you're experiencing is completely normal. I'm Dr. Lia Parker. In my 35 years as a gynecologist and intimate health psychologist, I've spoken with hundreds of women, each one strong, each one unique, and yet so many quietly carrying the same concerns. And now, by creating this space, I hope to reach even more women, whether you're in the United States, in Europe, or anywhere in the world. You are loved, you are enough, and I'm truly glad you're here. Today we're going to talk about a question many women hold silently. What can I do about vaginal dryness after menopause? You may have noticed changes, discomfort, tightness, a sense that your body just feels unfamiliar. These experiences are real, they are common, and they are worth caring for. By the end of this video, you'll understand why vaginal dryness happens, how it connects to your hormones, and what gentle, doctor-approved steps you can take to feel more comfortable, confident, and at ease again. From intimate moisturizers to everyday habits, we'll walk through it all, calmly, clearly, and with care. So take a breath, settle in, and let's begin by understanding what's actually going on inside your body. When menopause arrives, whether gradually or suddenly, your levels of estrogen begin to decline, and estrogen does more than regulate your monthly cycle. It keeps the tissue of the vaginal walls soft, elastic, and naturally moist. As that hormone fades, the tissue becomes thinner. It loses its natural stretch and lubrication. And this is when many women begin to notice dryness, tightness, or even burning. It's not your imagination, and it's certainly not a personal failure. It's biology, and it happens to more than half of all women after menopause. You might notice discomfort while walking, during intimacy, or even while sitting. Some women feel less confident in their body. Others avoid closeness altogether, not because they want to, but because the discomfort becomes too much. If that sounds familiar to you, I want you to know you are not alone, and more importantly, this isn't something you just have to put up with. This change is simply your body asking for a different kind of care now, a little more gentleness, a little more attention. And with the right support, that discomfort can soften. There are ways to help the vaginal tissue feel more nourished, more comfortable, and yes, even more alive again. Now that you understand the cause, let's talk about what really helps. I want to share something I haven't shared with many people. When I first started going through menopause, I didn't expect dryness to affect me the way it did. I was a gynecologist, I'd helped hundreds of women through it, but when it happened to me, I felt surprised. It crept in slowly, just a little discomfort at first, but then I noticed I was dreading intimacy, even avoiding certain clothes because they felt irritating. It was humbling, and it reminded me how quiet this struggle can be. We don't always have the words for it, but that doesn't make it any less real. One of the first things that helped me was using a vaginal moisturizer. These are not lubricants for intimacy, they're designed for regular use, just like a facial moisturizer, but for your most delicate skin. They help restore softness and hydration to the vaginal tissue and reduce that feeling of tightness or irritation. In that moment, I realized I'd finally given my body the kindness it had been quietly asking for. Maybe you know that feeling too. Now, if intimacy has started to feel uncomfortable or even painful, let's talk about lubricants. They're not a sign that something's wrong. They're just a little extra support when your body isn't doing the same things it used to. A good, gentle lubricant, especially a water-based one, can make things feel smoother, more comfortable, and way less stressful. Think of it as giving your body a helping hand. I once treated a woman named Ellen. She told me something that stayed with me. She said, "I thought I had to choose between pain and giving up closeness altogether, but then I found the right lubricant, and suddenly I could relax again. It wasn't just physical, it made me feel like I was still me." And there's something else: how we wash, how we treat that area, matters. No harsh soaps, no scrubbing, just warm water, maybe a gentle unscented cleanser. Think of it as caring for sensitive skin, because that's exactly what it is. Oh, and water. I underestimated it truly, but drinking more throughout the day, helped my skin and my comfort more than I expected. These aren't just tips, they're gentle shifts, ways to meet your body where it is now. No pressure, no judgment, just small moments of care that start to add up. Let's now talk about something a little bigger: how movement and emotional well-being affect your intimate comfort. When we talk about vaginal dryness, it's easy to focus only on what's happening down there, but your body doesn't work in parts, it works as a whole. What you eat, how you move, how you sleep, and how you feel emotionally, all play a part in how your intimate body responds. I remember one woman, her name was Carla. She was 64 and had the warmest laugh. She came to me not just for dryness, but because, in her words, I don't feel like myself anymore. Her energy was low, her joints were aching, and she said even her skin felt different. And yes, intimacy had started to feel more like something to avoid than something to enjoy. What we discovered together was that a lot of what she was experiencing wasn't just hormonal, it was about circulation, muscle tone, and how the body holds tension. She began walking every morning, not power walking, not anything fancy, just a calm, steady walk through her neighborhood. Within a few weeks, she said something I'll never forget. "It's like my body finally woke up again." Movement helps your blood flow, and that matters for your vaginal tissue too. Better blood flow means more nourishment to those delicate areas. It can also help reduce inflammation, boost mood, and yes, balance the hormones that are still doing their quiet work behind the scenes. And let's not forget the emotional side of all this. Dryness can make us feel disconnected from our own bodies. It can feel like something has been taken from us. But when you care for yourself gently through movement, through breath, even through stillness, you start to build a bridge back to yourself. You don't need a fitness plan, just something that feels like a little yes to your body. Some light stretching, even dancing around the living room in your socks. It all counts, and it all supports you not just physically, but emotionally too. What to do when these gentle home-based approaches aren't quite enough? Because sometimes your body needs more support, and that's okay too. For some women, that next step includes medical treatments. One of the most common is something called vaginal estrogen therapy. It's a local treatment, not a full-body hormone, and it's used by many women to ease dryness and restore comfort. There are also non-hormonal prescriptions available for those who prefer that route. Some are designed to help rebuild moisture and strengthen the tissue without adding hormones at all. If you're curious about these kinds of treatments, let me know in the comments. Just write yes if you'd like a dedicated video where I explain all your options clearly, calmly, and respectfully. What they are, who they're for, and what to ask your doctor. Of course, none of this replaces professional medical advice. Your doctor can help guide you through the options that fit your personal health, but I hope this gives you a helpful starting point. Just know that support exists. Quiet, respectful, private support. You're not expected to just deal with it. And if what you've been doing at home hasn't brought relief, you're not out of options. This is your body, your story, and you deserve to choose what care feels most right for you. In the final part, I want to talk about something deeper than products or treatment plans. I want to talk about you, your sense of ease, your confidence, and how to feel more at home in your body again. Let's take a moment to breathe. You've taken in a lot today, about your body, your comfort, and what's possible beyond the discomfort. And now I want to say this as clearly as I can. You are still whole. Vaginal dryness doesn't take away your softness, your sensuality, or your woman. It doesn't take away your right to comfort, closeness, or ease. It's simply a sign, a quiet nudge, that your body is in a new season, and that season deserves to be honored, not feared. So much of this journey is about reconnection, reconnecting to your body on your own terms, relearning how to care for yourself with warmth instead of worry, and remembering that touch, intimacy, and pleasure are still yours, if and when you want them. That might mean saying yes to a little help, a moisturizer, a lubricant, a moment of softness with someone you trust. Or it might mean simply placing your hand on your belly at the end of the day and saying, "I'm still here, I'm still me." You deserve to feel comfortable in your skin. You deserve to move through the world without wincing or bracing, or avoiding things you once enjoyed. And if you've spent years putting your own needs second, this might be your time to begin again, not with pressure, just with presence. Many women I've worked with have told me the same thing in different words. "I didn't think I'd ever feel like myself again, but I do." You can too, not overnight, but gently, quietly, with care. So wherever you are in your journey, Whether you're just beginning to notice changes, or you've been quietly navigating this for a while, I hope this space has reminded you that you are not alone. If this helped you or made you feel seen, I'd love to have you in our circle. You can subscribe for more honest, respectful advice like this. And if you'd like a future video about rebuilding intimacy or navigating relationships after menopause, let me know in the comments. We're in this together, and you're doing beautiful.